A Canadian man is charged after landing his helicopter at a Dairy Queen. Glory holes are further endorsed in North America. And a man admits to making foot fetish nuisance calls to the health department. These are the weird stories for Thursday on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian. I'm your host, Jonesy. I got some stories from around the world that are a bit strange today, a little bit funny. Let's see if I can make them even funnier. I'll try, guys. A Canadian man is charged after landing his helicopter at an ice cream shop in a small town. Now, to some people, this sounds like a crime. To me, it sounds baller. Just riding your helicopter, landing it outside of an ice cream shop. Baller! Let's get some more details. Let's find out what sort of laws and fines this guy's subjected to. I still think it's baller to just show up to like a coffee shop or an ice cream shop. Oh, hell, man. Even the dollar store on a helicopter. That's pretty cool. So the Mounties in Saskatchewan, which is just a fun word to say. Saskatchewan. Just say it with me. Say it 5 times fast. Can you? I'll wait while you say it 5 times fast. Go ahead. You screwed it up. You screwed it up. I knew you would. The Mounties in Saskatchewan say a man... Can we just take a moment and acknowledge that they're still calling the police Mounties up there? I believe because they still ride horses. Good job, guys. You pull over. Oh, I'm coming for you. Oh, the Mounties. I'm so afraid. The Mounties say a man is in major hot water for landing a helicopter to pick up a cool treat in a Saskatchewan town. The RCMP, which I believe stands for Royal Canadian Mountie Police. And this is the sound of their approach. You pull over. How are you going to stop a helicopter when you're on a horse? Can someone explain that to me? Okay, so the Mountie Police say they received a complaint that a helicopter landed in a very high traffic parking lot in Tisdale, which is about 215 kilometers east of Saskatoon. Another great word. Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Say that 5 times fast. Go ahead, I'll wait. I'll wait while you say it 5 times fast. You won't even try because you can't. All right, enough of the 5 times fast game. What am I, 9 years old? Okay, they say the helicopter blew up dust and debris through the area that includes schools and an aquatic center. Yeah, you can't really. This is where it becomes problematic, is that you're kind of disrupting the environment when you just land a helicopter in a place that's not meant to be landed. I'd imagine because it's Saskatoon, it's a dirt parking lot, I'd imagine. I don't think Saskatoon is paving their parking lots quite yet. It's guys, come on. The police are on horses. You think they have a paved parking lot? I doubt it. So all sorts of dust, dirt, it's blowing up and landing, unfortunately, into people's ice cream sundaes. Or, just giving the little dirty dusting to the top of a child's vanilla cone. The soft serve Dairy Queen cones are getting dusted with some debris, I'd imagine, from the helicopter. And that's not okay. Just imagine yourself. You just played and won your little league Canada baseball game. Do they play baseball up there? Do you guys play hockey even in the summer? I'd imagine you do. So let's say all the kids were just done playing hockey in an indoor facility in Canada because they refuse to play warm outdoor sports in Canada. Let's just say you just got done in your little hockey league. It's just you go to the Dairy Queen. I'm going to buy you guys some cones. What do you say? And then what's that sound? Yeah, I do sound effects, guys, if you can't tell. You want me to do a sound of the Mountie Police chasing the helicopter? Hey, slow down! Pretty good, right? That's why I get paid. That's why I get paid the big bucks, guys. All right, this story's dragging along. Where are you going with this, Jonesy? I don't know. I'm not really going anywhere with it. I'm just having fun. I'm making sound effects and poking fun at Canadians. Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Okay, so I'm imagining the kids are all at Dairy Queen. They're getting their cones. And then this helicopter lands and throws dust all over the cones. Or if you happen to get your ice cream in a cup. But up in Canada, you could totally do the cone, I'd imagine. Because you don't have to worry about the rapid melting of your cone in Canada so much as you do south of the border, especially in SoCal. You're in Southern California. You think you can get a cone, your ice cream on a cone, outdoors and walk around? Good luck with that. No, you're not doing it. You're getting it in a cup. But in Canada, it's probably cones. And now your cones are getting dusted because of the helicopter landing. I want to know who this baller is with the helicopter. It's 34-year-old man from Leroy. He has a license to fly the helicopter, but he landed in an illegal spot. He was so confused. What do you mean? What do you mean? A Dairy Queen parking lot isn't legal, eh? What do you mean? It's a Dairy Queen parking lot. Should be able to land your helicopter. And are you stupid, Leroy? His name. No, they don't name him. Actually, Leroy's the name of the place he's from. There's no name for this pilot, the mystery helicopter pilot. This guy's probably loaded. The man who has not been named has been charged with dangerous operation of an aircraft. It's going to appear in court. Yeah, you got to know better. This guy is something else. I like to imagine him just lifting off, just licking his little cone, just staring down at the plebeians that are driving cars and riding horses. British Columbia officially endorses the glory hole as a COVID-19 safe sex method, guys. COVID-19 has us all living in unprecedented times. Not all of us, not if you live in a cave like a hermit, or if you're on the space station, then everything's cool. The fact that the term glory holes now appears in official health literature from governments across North America is one of these reasons why we are living in unprecedented times. One would never imagine seeing the term glory hole in official health guideline pamphlets with instructions on how to safely use a glory hole to avoid COVID-19. The glory hole. Why even do it at this point? If you're just going to have sex through a barrier, just like, let's not even do this. All right. Public health organizations have been issuing new guidelines to help stop the COVID-19 pandemic, including best practices for having sex during COVID-19. Public health units, including New York City's, have recommended using large barriers when having intercourse. Barriers such as glory holes as a potential way to avoid spreading COVID-19. So what am I supposed to do? Cut a hole in my wall? Yeah, my landlord's going to love that. When it comes, you think I'm going to get my deposit back if there's a bunch of glory holes in my house? Great idea, public health units. Or do you recommend we go to Home Depot and bring back like a large fiberglass board of some sort and then cut a hole in it at that point? Just want to go into Home Depot. Yes, I'm looking for a material that would be perfect for a glory hole. Could you assist me? This one's nice. This one's nice. I could paint it. Do you have any? We now go to the paint department. What color do you recommend I paint a glory hole barrier? Do you have? I'm taking all suggestions from this Home Depot employee. If you can ever find a Home Depot employee, they're very difficult to find. Okay, so for those of you who are the uninitiated, a glory hole is an opening through a wall or a partition used in performing a variety of sex acts. You can use your imagination now. This week, British Columbia climbed aboard that bandwagon. You know that bandwagon, the glory hole bandwagon. Come on down to the glory hole bandwagon. Have intercourse without having to look at your partner. The glory hole. The many conveniences of the glory hole. Okay, so the new guidelines, British Columbia was like, thumbs up on that. We're into glory holes. In the guidelines, the BCCDC, which is the British Columbia Centers for Disease Control, as you know, representatives of the BCCDC suggest residents use barriers like walls or glory holes that allow for sexual contact, but prevent close face-to-face contact. And also prevent a good time, I'd imagine, because just having sex through a wall, it's just not so much fun. That's my opinion. I've never had sex through a wall. My guess is it's not fun. I want to be. I want to kiss, guys. I'm into kissing while I'm making love. I know it's old school, guys, to kiss while you make love, but Jonesy's into it. I know. I like to kiss a neck. Oh yeah, put me in a neck nook. I'm in there, kissing neck nooks. Yeah, you can't kiss a neck with a barrier there. You can't even see the person. What if they swap out and there's another person all of a sudden? You don't even know. You can't see. You thought you were having a glory hole good time with someone, and then next thing you know, you're having a glory good time with someone you didn't expect to, and you don't know if that person's been approved. Got a glory holes sexual intercourse approval list. It says here the BCCDC, in addition to glory holes, suggests wearing a mask during sex. Well, if you have a glory hole, what's the point of the mask at that point? There's already a barrier. Make a choice, BCCDC. It's either regular sex with a mask, or it's maskless sex using a glory hole. It says avoid kissing or using face-to-face positions. Okay, so maybe we do without the barrier, but it's just doggy style all the way. That's much better than a barrier. At least you can see the individual. Have a conversation that isn't obscured with a wall. So you're having sex through a wall. So, what did you say? I can't hear if you're enjoying this or not. Could you please speak up? There's a wall between us. How about you get on your phone and I'll get on my phone and we'll have sex through the glory hole. You just tell me if it's feeling okay over the phone. Avoiding kissing. Come on, please, guys, as you know. That's not making love, man. Gotta do some kissing. Come on, BCCCDC to DCCCCBBD. Or don't. Or just get on the glory hole bandwagon. You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man. So a man has admitted to making foot fetish phone calls to the NHS, costing over £20,000. A man said he made hundreds of nuisance calls to the NHS 111 line in order to indulge a sexual foot fetish. The NHS, I had to look up, it is a health hotline in the UK that you can call, I presume, to ask questions about health. I'm not able to call it because I'm in the US. I wanted to call it and ask them what color I should paint my glory hole. I think that's like a worthwhile phone call. Okay, what's the name of this maniac? Richard William Cove. Got a foot fetish, among other problems. He's age 45, age 45 from Worthing, West Sussex. He called the NHS 111 line over 1,000 times, costing the NHS £21,000. Pretending to be an elderly woman, he would ask call handlers about their feet. This is too funny. About their feet. Somebody named David Quayle said that this guy, Cove, admitted making the calls for his own enjoyment and personal benefit. Yes, he said he had a sexual foot fetish, which he indulged during most of the calls, pretending to be an elderly woman. I find that very strange that he had to be an elderly woman on the phone. Like he just wasn't himself. Just like so he has a fetish, right? But it has a little tweak to it. You know, a lot of these fetishes have a tweak. It's not enough for him to have a foot fetish as himself. He wants to have a foot fetish in character. Oh yes, hello. Could you please tell me what kind of socks you're wearing first? Oh boy, maybe you could take off one of your socks. Excuse me, I have a lung issue. I'm an elderly woman after all, but I'd like to speak to you about your feet a little further. Excuse me, I'm making tea right now. Would you like a cup? Maybe you could dip your toe in some tea. I'm just imagining. Never mind. I should be talking to you about my my dietary issues. I have a lot of indigestion these days, and I'll tell you the issues after we talk a little bit more about your feet. Your feet, I'd like to know. Do you have your toes a bit hairy, or do you manscape your toes? Now, this guy, Cove, has been calling since 2019. The investigation actually began in 2019 after members of the public said they had been contacted by clinicians about NHS 111 calls they had not made. Between April 2019, April 2021, the NH 111 service identified 1,263 total nuisance calls linked to an individual using false personal details, false telephone numbers, and false ailments. Many of the calls led to clinicians responding, and in some cases, ambulances were dispatched. Whoa! They must have thought the person was like losing their mind or something, having like a moment of dementia. We're sending an ambulance over. There's an old woman who is asking us about our toe fungus. Okay, so David Davis of the Southeast Coast Ambulance Service, which runs the telephone service in that region, said the impact of the calls, quote, should not be underestimated. Just one malicious and false call puts lives at risk by diverting our attention and resources away from people in genuine need of our help. The nature of the calls have also caused unnecessary distress to our staff, who are working tirelessly to get people the help that they require and can't be distracted with questions of their footwear. He didn't say footwear, I added that. Cove admitted one count of making malicious communications. He's not admitting to the 1,263 calls. He's like, no, I will admit to one. There was one. The other ones were not me. I don't know. You'll have to find that other person with the foot fetish who also likes to indulge in the foot fetish in the character of an elderly woman with a bad hip. People are out of their minds with these fetishes, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't even empathize at all or relate. I cannot neither empathize nor relate. Can you? Call the show. Tell me about your fetish. 646-450-2012. Better yet, tell me about your feet. No, don't tell me about your feet. I don't want to know about your feet. Mama, I just ate some flan. Hey, friends. Come on, who's not feeling weird today? Get weird with me, all right? I hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for sending me stories. I appreciate that. You can mail me stuff to funnyjones@gmail.com. And tomorrow's Friday, so please send the Florida stories my way. I would appreciate that. Because Florida Friday is tomorrow, and I need the stories. So send me links. You can send links via email or on Instagram at FunnyJones, if you follow me there. You can tweet them to me at FunnyJones. You can also go to my website, weirdafnews.com, and submit a story or a link through the website as well. Another thing you can do on the website is support the show in other ways, like buying Jonesy a cup of coffee. Or you can join the Patreon, which is super helpful. And yesterday I put a very hilarious musical video about Florida in there. A music video about Florida that people are enjoying. So my point is you get extra Weird AF content as well at the Patreon. So go to weirdafnews.com or go to patreon.com/weirdafnews and join the club, guys. Join the Weird AF patron. What else did I want to say? I left the phone number to the show, so give me a jingle if you'd like to say what's up. If any of the stories, resonated with you, maybe you related to them, or you were just up in arms about the situation in general, just please call and express yourself. It's no problem. And I guess that's about it. So tomorrow being Friday, please send the stories. Make sure you listen to tomorrow's Florida Friday episode. It'll be a doozy, as they always are. All right, I appreciate you guys for being here again, joining me. Thank you so much.